lot of cartoons that I grew up with were great. They were funny, exciting, and even really smart. However, every now and then, even the simplest of cartoons can have that one dark moment. That one moment that had you and your friends traumatized and talking about it the next day. There are disturbing cartoons, and then there are normal cartoons with disturbing moments. Today I'm going to count down the most disturbing moments in kid shows. Keep in mind that this is all opinion based and I haven't seen every episode of every kid show, so there might be a few that I've left out. With that being said, here are the top 20 disturbing moments in kid shows. Finally, the tapeworm from Mr. Meaty. I personally enjoyed Mr. Meaty, despite everyone else thinking that the show was creepy and eerie. Yes, Mr. Meaty can be disturbing, like the time they purchased protein shake that contained the devil in it. But in the episode Mooch Master, Parker gets a tapeworm after eating a raw burger.
What is that?
You got a tapeworm, buddy. Must have been that raw burger you ate.
A tapeworm? I have a tapeworm! Oh!
Not only is this unsettling, but after the tapeworm is fished out of Parker's insides, a hunter buys it, and then the tapeworm goes inside him. Finally,
Flashbacks, X-Men. In the episode Weapon X, Lies, and Videotape, Wolverine, Silver Fox, Maverick, and Sabertooth all head to Canada for some enjoyable relaxation. While visiting Canada, our heroes begin to have flashbacks of very painful experiences in their lives. Sabertooth probably being one of the worst offenders. In Sabertooth's flashback, we learn that he had an abusive relationship between himself and his father. We see a young Sabertooth on the basement floor with his father saying, "He's no son of mine. He's some kind of animal. He's full of wickedness." To which, childhood Sabertooth sobs, "No, Pa. No, Pa, please don't do, not again. I'll be good. I swear I'll be good."
I'll be good. I'll be good.
Finally,
Rocco being seduced. Rocco's modern life. When Mrs. Bighead can't get any attention from her husband, she lures Rocco into her house and tries to seduce him.
Frank, get away from me.
Very educational.
Rocco's Modern Life is a show known for its dirty humor, but this episode takes it up a notch. The episode was even banned from Nickelodeon because of the sexual content and adultery.
Mr. Bighead, it's not what you think. I mean, I was, and she, but I, and, you know.
Finally,
Normal is good. My life as a teenage robot. The exoskin makes a return in this episode when it tries to persuade Jenny into being normal forever.
Help! I can't breathe! You don't breathe, honey!
After Jenny allows this exoskin to consume her, she turns into a normal girl. However, the suit begins to influence her thoughts and makes Jenny refuse to help people.
Beauty is a 24-hour job. We can't just look like a normal girl. We have to behave like a normal girl. Believe we're a normal girl. A normal girl can do anything. Normal is good.
Finally, The Dream. Hey Arnold. Arnold and Gerald both get a job at a flower shop in an attempt to raise money. However, they get into a fight and are no longer friends. When Arnold goes home, his grandfather warns him about holding grudges and the importance of friendship. Arnold then falls asleep, and he has a dream where Gerald and himself are old and still mad at each other. They don't even remember why they're mad to begin with. Everything seems fine until this happens.
Let
did I tell you, short
Ever finally.
I'm not Tommy, Rugrats. In this episode, Chucky has strange dreams to the point where he begins to question reality, what is real and what is not, as the lines start becoming blurred for him. The first time this happens, Chucky dreams of this.
Hey! Spike's not supposed to talk! What's going on, Tommy? I'm not Tommy!
The next day, Chucky believes that he is still asleep and he goes into the next yard to try to talk to a bulldog. After realizing that he is awake and the bulldog is all too real and dangerous, he gets saved by Tommy. Chucky is then put to sleep by his father Chaz. And then it happens again.
Stu, I didn't know you were coming over.
I'm not Stu!
Giving nightmares to kids everywhere.
Ever finally.
Insane in the Membrane, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This episode introduced Baxter Stockman, a brilliant scientist who, unfortunately, had his limbs and body mutilated from him. After being implanted into a robot suit, Baxter begins to recreate his own body, and it actually works. However, the body begins to deteriorate. Pieces of his body begin to fall off, and his skin turns into a sick greenish color.
Ever finally.
My Peeps, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. When Billy ruins his eyes by playing too many video games and looking directly into the sun, Mandy and Grim suggest he see an ophthalmologist. Billy refuses wearing glasses or having laser eye surgery, so Grim uses his own scythe to zap his eyes. Although Billy has sharp and clean eyesight, he can also see glimpses into the future, specifically horror incidents that occur to his best friends.
Hey, Erwin! No!
What are you screaming about, Billy?
Of course
Grim zaps Billy's eyes multiple times to restore them to normal, but Billy ends up with these weird looking eyes.
That should do it. Oops.
Ew. What?
Ever finally.
The Mask Goosebumps. Goosebumps is a show designed to scare kids, so any number of episodes could be on this list, such as Stay Outside of the Basement, Night of the Living Dummy,
No, I'm not gonna be your slave. You can't make me.
I can make you do anything I want. You have no choice. Your whole family thinks you're crazy. I've seen to that.
and Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
What are you doing, Billy?
I was just trying to make a call.
To your parents?
Just to say hi.
Well, that's not going to be much use, is it? I put it up as a joke.
Where's the real phone?
Well, no, that's just it. There is no real phone. Now, they're not going to put a line way up here. We're miles from anywhere.
However, the classic episode that gave a lot of kids scares is the first episode, The Mask.
You'll awaken her.
What's happening? What are they doing?
Run! Run!
Ever finally. Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. The psychotic princess of the Fire Nation, Azula is a sadistic perfectionist who just seems batshit creepy in the episode Sozin's Comet when her and her brother are fighting. And when she is defeated. Ever finally?
Pinkie Pie hallucinates My Little Pony. In the episode Party of One, my personal favorites, Pinkie Pie throws a party and invites every one of her friends. However, nobody could show up, and Pinkie Pie, being the ADHD hopped up pony we all know, does not take it so well. At the party, Pinkie Pie thanks all of her friends for coming, who are nothing more than turnips, rocks, and other cakery decorations.
This is one great party! You really outdone yourself!
Why, thank you, Rocky.
As the scene goes on, Pinkie Pie turns out to be more and more insane as she starts making the inanimate objects talk to her. You end up actually seeing her whole descent into madness, and even a few theories throughout the internet has sprouted up about her.
If I were you, I wouldn't speak to them ever again.
You know what? I'm not gonna speak to them ever again, and I'm not gonna invite them to another party as long as I live. They don't deserve to be invited to my parties. Not after the way they've been acting. Please speak of them.
Losers!
Yes, that's right.
Well done. Yeah, you show up.
And one can only think that this might be even one of the most inspiring factors for the fanfiction cupcakes.
Ever finally?
Sabrina. Pokemon. Sabrina the Psychic-type gym leader from the Pokemon anime is one freaky character. In this episode, there's this young, creepy doll that laughs and disappears. It has psychic powers and it even talks for Sabrina sometimes. Nightmare fuel for kids at the time.
Ever finally?
Tough love. Powerpuff Girls. When an evil gas spreads throughout Townsville, it turns all the citizens against the Powerpuff Girls. The girls must fight their friends and loved ones to revert them back to their normal selves. You may be asking yourself, who invented this gas? Well, it was none other than him.
Oh, Mr. Quackers, am I the only one who hates those miserable little brats? You hate them too? Oh, I knew I could count on you. But how could I possibly beat them with all that surrounding them? What's that you say? Yes! That's brilliant! Oh, Mr. Quackers, you are so smart! Quite a positively evil scheme you've hatched, and I'll finally be rid of those girls!
Ever finally?
Mind pollution. Captain Planet. In this episode, Linka's cousin Boris gets hooked on a new drug called Bliss, which is being distributed by a villain named Scum.
Get Bliss now.
Linka gets kidnapped, and eventually her and Boris both become addicted to the drug. After almost being saved from the Planeteers, Boris collapses and dies right in front of Linka.
Bliss killed him. I'm sorry.
No, you are lying. Boris, it's me, Linka. Wake up.
Linka, he's dead.
No, no, no. Oh, Wheeler. These things killed Boris.
A character dies from essentially a drug overdose in Captain Planet.
Ever finally? That's what I'm gonna do. Ren and Stimpy. In the episode Sven Hoek, Ren's cousin Sven visits, and it turns out that Sven is just as stupid as Stimpy. After Ren comes home from a long day of work, he finds all of his possessions violated by Sven and Stimpy. And then the following scene takes place.
Oh, what I'm gonna do to you.
I'm so angry.
First, I'm gonna tear your lips out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then, I'm gonna gouge your eyes out. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Next, I'm gonna tear your arms out of the socket.
Ever finally?
Flapjack. The Misadventures of Flapjack was a show known for its imagery and black comedy. Like in the episode How the West Was Fun, when Flapjack and Captain Knuckles hallucinated the world ending.
It's the end of the world!
Man the cells, boy.
If you know what's good for you.
Or in Pun Times, when Flapjack is being out-punned.
His limes. I see you're not yellow, fellow, but I don't want to make you blue. So get a clue and purple the plug before you played, or I'll arrange a rainbow on your parade.
Also in Who Let the Cats Out of the Old Bag's House.
That sure was fun, huh, Kitty?
But arguably the freakiest moment has to be in this episode. Knuckles and his hilarious problem. After being tied onto a raft and drifting off to sea, Knuckles has this disturbing hallucination.
Is that you, boy? Ah, who's that? Who's there? I know what you want. I've got it right. Well, did you swim all the way out here with all that candy wife? I'm delicious. Candy surgery. No surgery. No surgery.
It's okay, Captain.
Clap.
You're safe now. Here with us, we are Candied Island. So are you. We're all whirling in a candy cosmos.
There's only one cure, Captain. Candy. Yes.
Ever finally?
Tom and Jerry's suicide. Tom and Jerry. In the final episode of the original Tom and Jerry series, Tom can be seen on the train tracks as Jerry's narration states that it'll all be over soon, and that it's better this way. An early flashback is shown of Tom desperately trying to win his girlfriend back after she had left him for a much more richer cat. Tom spends his life savings buying her jewelry, giving himself up to slavery, to buy a new car and other things, but nothing works. Finally, we come back to the railroad, as Jerry is looking down at a depressed Tom, thankful of his girlfriend. However, The same thing happens to Jerry. She cheats on him for a much richer mouse, and Jerry falls under the same depression. He joins Tom on the train tracks. Then the episode ends with a faint chown of a train approaching, getting louder and louder before cutting to end.
Ever finally?
Imperfect Cell, Dragon Ball Z. While not necessarily a kid's show, let alone a children's cartoon, many kids like myself tuned in to watch the high-octane action known as Dragon Ball Z after school. During the Imperfect Cell saga, there's a moment where Cell absorbs an innocent man before fighting Piccolo. The man initially thinks that he was free, but that was until Cell shows him otherwise, showing us some of the most disturbing imagery throughout the series.
Ever finally?
Butterfly, SpongeBob SquarePants. In the episode Wormy, SpongeBob and Patrick take care of Sandy's pet worm. They develop a friendship with the worm and have a playdate together. Overnight, the worm goes through a metamorphosis and becomes a butterfly. SpongeBob and Patrick conclude that the butterfly is a monster and it ate Wormy. It's pretty silly for SpongeBob and Patrick to assume that a butterfly is a monster, until this happens.
Ever finally? Courage the Cowardly Dog. Courage the Cowardly Dog is the hailing achievement of childhood scares. The show is dark, atmospheric, and a risk taker with what it could get away with. Any of its episodes could be the scariest, like King Ramses' Curse.
Return the slab. What? Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
Courage and the Big Stinkin' City. Freaky Fred.
But in this case, I realized she needed space.
And many others. Of course, the one to top them all is from the episode Perfect. Courage creates an imaginary teacher to teach him how to be perfect. Nothing disturbing so far, except for this infamous moment. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like and a favorite, and tell me down below which moment freaked you out as a child. Also, huge thanks to That Creepy Reading, Creepy Rasta, and Maple Creepypasta for lending their voices and helping me make this video. Go check out their channels for some more scary content.